The Mythology of Monsters. Every hero fights a villain. Every villain poses some kind of threat to the hero's world. The more powerful the hero, the more powerful the villain must be in order to give the hero something to test him or herself against. In stories, these threats often take the form of trials, journeys, and monsters. How we have come to think about trials, journeys, and monsters has changed over the years. You can see it reflected in our stories. In the time of the grim fairy tales, threats were to be found in the wilderness. You had to go to the wild parts of the world in order to find trials and monsters. In Europe, that meant forests or the ocean. In both places, the unprepared suffered and died, killed by the trial of the environment as well as the monsters that inhabited it. In the 1800s, the threat moved from the wilderness to the local town or city. The monsters were right outside your door. It was the monsters who now made the journey to you from the wilderness, and the only thing keeping you safe was your home and your family. Now your town wasn't safe. You suspected your neighbors, and you absolutely didn't trust strangers. What looked like a normal person could be a werewolf or a vampire. There was no way to tell, so you better be on your guard. Starting in the 1960s, a momentous change occurred. Monsters were now in your house, and that monster was often you. Think about Jekyll and Hyde. The threat was you losing control, you becoming something, even temporarily, that was the risk to everything you loved. Not only did the monster move into the mind, the environment also became dangerous. In the movie Scream, you hear the villain's voice on the phone say, "I'm in your house." This means we look at threats and monsters in three ways. The threat from the unknown wild place, the threat from the known and local place, and the threat from within.